Here comes the otter. He went under. Muskrat. Yeah. I'm sure this one's a little muskrat. Duck-aid still in muskrat. Well, sun's out. Let's have a quick look. As you guys know, a comet vaporized. And it appears very strongly that the vapor trail set off a filament ribbon in between presumably 03 and 04. And let's get going. Set off a really big CME. It was like around around 2 a.m. UTC time. I don't got no filters on today. I don't want to harm the new camera. Don't know what was in the Comet, but obviously it changed things enough to create a plasma ribbon. It would seem. And just very shortly after the event was triggered, you see what looks to be a mass jutting out, not perpendicular, but pretty close, at a very high velocity, probably to the order of 5,000 kilometers a second. And well before, I'm going to put a link up here. Mr. Tough Enough there, I think it was, had a really nice one. A few of them did. There was another almost parallel to the now recycled Comet. It wasn't leaving a comet trail, so it was obviously a much denser mass. Radio ricochets kind of suggest nickel iron. Just make it a wild guess. Oh, things got really green. Lots and lots of rain last night. Quite unusual. Gonna have a nice wet spring. Wet and cool and late. Just like last one. 2 in a row is even rarer. But that's how things have changed. Second year of La Nina, so you can expect extra intense stuff. All kinds of other disturbances. I mean, think about it. You throw radiologicals all over throughout the atmosphere. considerably more dense than what was coming out of Chernobyl. Richer in variance too. Really, really, really poor design. Especially the modifications to the General Electric Mach 2. Whatever subdivisions it was when they put Mach's fuel in it, just stupid. And it continues on. Impossible to believe that they've got all these running all over and they have no contingency plans. And we're not talking one reactor failure here, right? We're talking the whole fucking shitaroo in that complex. All the mitigating factors that happened. So now you multiply that by all the other similar scenarios that could mount up. I tell you, if we had a massive cosmic storm tomorrow from the local interstellar cloud, our passage through it, and this happens, trust me. This is what gave you your Clovis event 13,000 years ago. So we had one of these, say tomorrow. The heavens started rolling back like a scroll. Heavens being the interstellar boundary layer. At the inclusion of this local interstellar gas cloud, which is denser and very energetic than the interstellar medium. Cooler, but denser, and more energetic. Go figure that out, huh? I think Aurora Borealis from coronal mass ejections, which is basically hydrogen plasma with some heavier elements mixed in from the sun. Well, that's all this is, only it's from a supernova from long ago. The one we came from. Our creator, presumably. Same thing, grander scale. So it comes in and punches a hole. Now we got all this energy that's happening, so that makes the geomagnetic storm look like a joke. What, yeah. Never mind the fact that now you got all your electronics shut down and crap tech gone and electrical's gone. All the fucking control systems. So now you got all these chemical plants, you got aircraft, you got huge ships. All of it just totally broken. All the control systems kaput from massive geomagnetic energy storms with other things mixed in that come in, like the Clovis layer is like it's much like the older KT boundary layer. It's got everything in it. So okay, so now you got everything failing. You got all these stupefied humans from the combined effect and the shock and the awe of it all, but the cosmic effect, right? Like in a heavy geomagnetic storm where you can see the influence on people, just like they were working around a radar or something. Microwave energy, stupefying, to put a broad general term on it. It's actually very complex and variable influence. But so you got this all happening, and now you got all your systems going wild, failed, and everybody turned into imbeciles temporarily, like they got hit with a sound cannon that the police use, microwave cannon. So how's that gonna work? How long can these reactors that are all the different kinds of fallen star reactors, nuclear reactors that are all over the planet, under and in and under the ocean and on top of the ocean and in the air, up there, there's satellites with nuclear reactors in them floating around Earth. like Cosmos 294 or somewhere around there that came down in 76 in Canada's lower Arctic. Control systems and all that shit, all of it going kaput. Big Bhopal-sized chemical factories and refineries. The control goes kaput, and the humans go kaput at the same time. So, like, what could have just been a minor thing because of all our crap tech turns into all their devices failing. Like, not just failing to work, fucking piece of shit. Like, failing, kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. 3,422 nuclear power stations in, above, below the Earth, on the Earth, in the oceans. Kaboo, kaboo, kaboo. Never mind all the factories and big giant chemical plants and that. Yeah, just that reality and telling it like it is kind of stupefying in itself, ain't it? Huh? Hey? Yeah. And you know what the only fucking remedy we can come up with? I'm talking to you, you Berry Sotero there, you stupid little man. Or whoever's filling in for you as president this week. If you're not off golfing or having oral sex with President Hu there of China. What say you? You're pulling all that money out of NASA because you want your other buddies to have a piece of the action, you know. Gotta give me boys a piece of the action. Cut of the gib, you know. So anyhow, basically your astrophysics are the only fucking line you have of understanding this shit before it happens. Now, starting with the biggest primary one being solar activity. Okay, we finally got that rammed through, and now you're just forgetting all about it and you're going on with these useless fucking scams and bullshit and blackwatering this and prison planeting that and acquiring this and that, which is all going to be worthless junk. Instead, our early warning systems and know what to expect and change our fucking designs real fucking PDQ smart. Not smart like in the monopolizing way, which is the only kind of fucking rule of thumb that's like the end of the fucking cheat and gain carpet or something. But you think some fucking bullshit fucking Cold War II to keep a worthless fucking military industrial complex going? To where you make something and then you sell it to your allies and then you sell it to their adversaries and then your adversaries have to buy new. That's how you wanna. That's your priority. You're not doing the Star Trek thingy, the mandate to heaven, not the mandate in heaven. That comes later. Let's get it out of elementary school first, Terry. Why do we have to fucking learn the expensive way all the fucking time? Can't never learn from the mistakes of the past. Trust me. My much more wholesome ancestors didn't fucking cut it, and where are they now, huh? They fucking surrendered their fucking temporary custody of their planet to a mutant species that didn't belong here, but, well, oh fuck, okay, you're kinda like retarded talking monkeys. We'll go do something else. You guys just go ahead. Grow up. You got till the end of this age, and then fuck, you better fucking have your shit together, because it's kicking out of the nest time. Go stay with those that fucking created you. And doggons. Who may actually be no more now. At least the ones around B and C. Well, I don't know. Fuck. can only do so much guessing. And I do try and listen to your belief systems, but all I know is get your fucking shit together.